Okay, so the daily discipline routine that I mentor my clients, both men and women, on to overcome anxiety, build confidence, discipline, find gratitude, and live their goals and dreams and be the best version of themselves. So number one, it's gratitude, followed by cleaning, exercising, eating healthy, socializing, creating and relaxing. This routine can be adjusted to each and every individual. You can also, go further into each one, and you can do it in the order which most suits you, but this is the order that I do it in. So, daily discipline was born out of my experience in 2017 when I had a mental health breakdown after being a successful teacher and entrepreneur. And I was broken down, and during that time in the Gordon Hospital in 2017, I was in hospital for 6 weeks, and when I came out, it took me about 6 years to develop this. I learned that if you want to live a successful life, then you've obviously got to live in gratitude in each and every day. A big mistake that a lot of people make, that I feel, they project into the future. So you hear a lot of teachings which are fantastic, but it's all about not now. Unconsciously it's telling you that you're not good enough now, that you're not disciplined enough now, that you can't enjoy now, that you need to be miserable now, and you're only going to be happy in 2 years' time when you get that apartment, or you're going to be happy in 10 years' time when you get that marriage and you've got a family, or you're going to be happy in 2 years' time when you lose 40 pounds and you change your diet, or you're going to be happy in 5 years' time when you get off drugs and you beat your addiction. And these things actually hold you back. They waste time. Life's short. And what you're telling yourself is, I need things to be happy. Well, you don't need things to be happy. You need gratitude to be happy. You need appreciation. You need love. You need discipline. You need to appreciate what you've got right now, and then you can aim for future goals, which is fantastic. That can give you some joy in the moment, but if you just focus on the future's not here. So people are constantly not happy now, because it's, well, I'm going to achieve my dreams when I'm 30. That's what a 20-year-old would say. Then a 30-year-old would say, well, when I'm 40. Then a 40-year-old say, when I'm 50, and then when I'm 60, 78, and so forth. So this thinking is incorrect. It creates anxiety, creates depression, creates illness, and it's not strong enough. And it was the thinking that I used to operate from. And of course, there's still gratitude in it. You can still get something from it, and you can make your choice if you disagree with me, and you're fine. But I found that it's not strong enough, because when you get things, you still won't be happy, because you don't appreciate them, and you're so used to being unhappy. If you've been practicing being unhappy for 20 years, do you think that when you make £1 million it's going to make you happy? It won't. The £1 million will make you happy probably for a few months, and then it will send you balmy. It will send you nuts, because you don't know how to handle the £1 million, and you don't have the character and the discipline to not let £1 million determine your worth in this world. It's the same with anything. If you think getting a six-pack and losing weight is going to make you happy, it won't. But if you're happy and you've got gratitude, then getting a six-pack will make you happy. So this relationship with pushing things away doesn't work. And I've seen it, I've observed it all around the world. I love learning from people. I've learned it in myself. But what I'm sharing and teaching does work, where you're happy, you make the best of what you have, even if you're not where you want to be and you're like, I'm not happy in my life. That's good honesty, there's gratitude. You can say, I'm not happy, I've got no money, not enough money, haven't got the right relationship, don't like myself, don't like how I look in the mirror, don't like my body, don't like where I live, don't like anybody, don't like myself. If you can be honest and not obviously put harm on others and hatred and anger, but if you can own that and be honest and say, right, well, I'm kind of grateful that at least I was accountable and I'm not blaming. I'm just being honest about how I really feel. Now I can change it. But what am I grateful for? I'm still alive. You're not dead. You're still breathing. You've got food. You've got health. You can sleep. You can watch television. You've got an internet connection. Could be a lot worse than that. You can go and get a coffee. You can breathe the fresh air. When you start saying it, you start thinking, hang on a minute, you sound pretty rich to me. Sound pretty good. You can improve it. You can change these things. These are not they're not interchangeable. If that's a new word, I might just create a new word in the dictionary. I wouldn't take credit for it. If you live in your passion, if you're enjoying training, so you can find gratitude in anything. I find gratitude when I'm doing the washing up. I find gratitude when I'm hoovering my carpet. I find gratitude when I water my plants. I find gratitude when I go into Starbucks or Cafe Nero, Costa Coffee, or Cafe Royale, or the Corinthia, or if I'm in in different parts of the world, if I'm in Latvia or Germany, I find gratitude everywhere, because gratitude's in us, gratitude's in your heart, but it takes a lot of courage to get to gratitude. You've got to be honest about your suffering. You've got to be honest about your pain, your blame, your shame, your anger, your resentment, and all the goals and dreams, all the kindness that you've got. You've got to be honest about your kindness, and people are scared of that. They're scared to love themselves. They're scared to be loving because of their deep fears and worries about not being good enough and being abandoned and rejected and being ashamed of who they are. So gratitude can come through honest confession. I get gratitude when I teach, when I speak, when I tell the truth. When I talk about all my insecurities in the past, in the future, and things that I'm thankful for. And simple things. So the daily discipline routine teaches you how to be happy wherever you're at. People don't always understand that. People go, that don't make sense. How could you be in a job? People say to me, I hate my job, I hate my boss, don't like the people there. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Can you accept that? Can you accept that? How can you be a better person? How can you be kinder? If you hate your job and you hate your boss and you hate your life, do you think you could reach in somewhere? I know it's hard. It's like climbing Mount Everest or getting in the boxing ring. Do you think you can just try and be kind to your mum? Can you be kind to your dad or your brother or your sister? Can you be kind to anybody? If you can be kind to someone whilst you hate your life and you hate your job, you've found strength. You're classed. You're 10 out of 10. And of course you can do that. It doesn't cost any money to be kind. You don't have to have a perfect life to be kind, but it costs strength. And I learnt this in a mental hospital when I wasn't particularly happy with where my life was. Losing everything, you know, losing all my money, losing my mental health, having voices attacking me and hating me and making my life a hell. But I found gratitude. I was thankful for the medication. I was thankful for the kindness that I got. And I was thankful that I found my faith again. And I had the courage to read the Bible and humble myself. Thankful for the visits from my mum, my dad, friends, and I was able to find happiness, find gratitude. I was working with a client recently on my 1-year program, and he's asking me about money. He said, how do you make more money? Or how do you overcome it? I said, by not being afraid of it, by being honest. He said, how did you do that? I said, well, I lost all my money. I had a lot of money, not a lot compared to some, but to me, and I lost it all. And I was terrified of losing my money, but when I lost it, I felt free. Because I found love, I found gratitude, I found day to day kindness. Oh, the weather's bad today, oh, get a coffee in Starbucks. Oh, I'm bored today, I'll have a sleep. I found gratitude because I had no choice. I was suffering. And then I was happy in a mental hospital. I was laughing and joking. Driving the people mad there by asking them 1,000 times a day, when you can let me out, when you can let me out, when you can let me out, when you can let me out. And they said, wait, stop, keep asking us, you're driving us crazy. All right, I just want to get out. And then when I stopped wanting to get out and I enjoyed it, I didn't want to leave. I made friends in there. I had a laugh in there. I studied in there. I set my goals. I set my goals and dreams in a mental hospital in 2017, and I'm living the dream now. My dream was to come back. I had to come back for all of you. I wasn't going to do it for myself. It wasn't motivation enough because it's just me. It's like, oh, whatever. I already did it. There's no motivation. What's the point? I was already successful and it's boring. Everyone's complaining. What am I going to come back for? My heart said I have to come back for good people, for everyone, to share my story, to help others, to enjoy life, to see, let's see what happens, we never know. So I found gratitude, and I said to my client, I knew in hospital, I knew when I found my faith in Christ, I knew that I would make money, I wouldn't be broken if I continued to be a good person and address my mistakes and go out and get the therapy, get the help, humble myself and not be afraid of those voices that say, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone that you're scared to make no money because money won't be given to you. I don't care anymore. Screw the money. The money's not more important than love, than kindness, than our family, than my love for God. It's not more important than that. I started to make more money over the years when I got well again, running my business, got off benefits, paying my own taxes, paying council tax, paying my gym membership, paying for this camera. Money comes. God always promised me I'll never be broke if I tell the truth, if I'm kind and honest, and I repent for my sins and I be a good person. Money, good people come. Money's relationship. Good people want to give you money when you're good, your heart's good. People sense it. So this is that's what I told my client. I told him my story, and however he felt, I appreciated it. I gave him the teaching for free. That takes a lot of, well, he actually paid me for the program, but more of the teaching. That takes courage to give, because those voices that are selfish that say don't give, if you give to others, what will you have? That's a lie. When you give, it multiplies. You feel good. You give because it feels good to give, not because you want to receive. you expect anything. If you expect something, you're going to get disappointed, you're going to get hurt again, you're going to get angry and resentful. So you give because you enjoy giving, and it comes back. So daily discipline helps you to make more money and be a good person, helps you to lose weight. It helps you to change that job. Simple advice: if you don't like your job, why don't you change it? Why don't you stop complaining? Why don't you face your fear and your pain? Why don't you go through the pain that we've all got to go through to change that job? If your boss is nasty, why don't you be nice? Why don't you be so nice that it drives your boss mad that he can't bear to be around you and they promote you? So kindness, love, discipline, patience, these things are challenging, but they're worth it and they work. My mentors taught me this. And I appreciate it, and I've taught myself this, and I've learnt this from my own walk in life, my own mistakes, my own errors, getting things right. So this is what the discipline does, and if I can do it, any of you can do it, because, you know, I didn't think that I could do it. That's the level of thinking, anxiety, but I knew in my heart I could do it, and now I'm living a dream and doing it. So there's no excuses really. And if you're in a position right now where you can't do it, and I understand that, then you need to get help. You need to get professional help. Getting help is a strength. That's another part of my story. I'm really pleased the way my parents brought me up and my faith, that I had the character and the strength as a successful teacher who helped everyone. When I needed the help, I put my hand up and I said, I need help. Can't do it anymore, I'm struggling, I'm suffering. I'm not too proud, and I got the help and I got well again. So getting help is a strength, ladies and gentlemen. And getting help is gratitude. And there's always great, good people out there that will help you in the right context, with the right help that you need at the right time, with the right person in the right relationship. So this is all discipline and accountability. Last thing I'm going to leave everyone with, and to live, yeah, Freudian slip, that's true. How do you treat people? That is discipline. I practice every day, and people go, it's hard. That's why I love it. How do you treat people? Success is determined on not what you achieve, the money, the fame, and all this kind of stuff. I'm not interested in that kind of way. How do you treat people? I was asked this question in a hospital when I was down and I was hurting, and I wanted love. And the answer was, thank God to my faith, I treated people really well. I didn't always treat people well, obviously, in my life, especially when I was successful. There's times I was arrogant and prideful, and I paid the price for it. But I treated people really kindly in hospital. I made friends, and I got treated well. So whatever you're going through, never lose sight that it doesn't cost any money to treat people well and be kind. People don't forget it, and it's very good for you as well, and that takes discipline. That's what I teach on the program, and I live and I practice. And of course you're going to make mistakes here and there, we all do, we apologize. None of us are perfect, I'm not. That's not an excuse though. No excuses are acceptable. No excuses are acceptable at all. So and if you've got excuses, this message, men and women will hear it not from their heads and their mind, but they'll hear it in their heart. And I certainly try and speak from my heart in every video and face my fear, and that's discipline, and I'm grateful. So this is what the daily discipline is about. You can simplify it now. I'm going to make it very simple. I'm going to read this out so people have got so number one is gratitude. Make your bed in the morning when you wake up, say thank you. Exercise, go for a 30-minute run or weights or boxing or whatever routine, swimming works for you, ladies and gentlemen. Eat healthy. Start off by eating a packet of blueberries or some salad or veg until you can build up to eating a full diet, healthy diet. Socialize, meet up with friends, family, colleagues, you know, good people. Create in your business or in your work, you know, give and relax. Get at least an hour each and every day to find a quiet place so you can relax and just and wind down and calm down and appreciate, and that's it. If you practice this on a daily basis, it will transform your life in every area. And wherever you are right now, if you don't want to be there, if you practice this, you'll get to the next part of where you want to be, all right? Appreciate the support. It's freezing up here. Gratitude. Like, share, subscribe. Thoughts and comments in the box below, and I'll see you next video. Good luck.